Good morning, Galactica. Adama's getting ready for another day, but it's getting harder just to get out of bed on some mornings. Nothing a hot shower and a handful of pills can't fix. Speaking of pills, Rosalind has given up on hers, ceremoniously dumping them in the wastebasket. Just after learning his beloved deceased Ellen was the fifth, Ty apparently is ready to move on and trade up for a younger model, literally, going from a MILF to a SILF. Doc Cottle is showing him and Caprica the sonogram of their Cylon love child, who according to Caprica is the future of the Cylon nation. Sitting nearby, Gata's knobby knee hurts, and watching Caprica and Ty make goo-goo eyes at each other isn't improving his disposition. Gata just wishes they would get a room, preferably off the ship, or even better, off the fleet. But the Cylons aren't planning on going anywhere. In fact, Tyrell proposes a plan to the executive officers, and for some reason, grumpy Gata, in which the fleet FTL drives are upgraded with Cylon technology. In exchange, they want citizenship and a seat on the quorum. The military morale may be in the dumps, but count on the press corps and the quorum to be riled up and feisty as ever. Stoking the fire is Zarek, appealing to the self-obsessed nature of the quorum to make any sort of decision that gives them a sense of empowerment. Little Nicky Tyrell is having issues. Not just that Hera keeps ignoring him in daycare, but serious medical complications. Tyrell brings him into sickbay. Cottle drops the bombshell that Chief ain't the daddy. But he won't say who, setting up the big mystery of who is the father of this now utterly unimportant child. Rosalind takes a run through the halls of Galactica as the theme of Chariots of Fire plays in the background, while Adama gets his aerobic exercise by strenuously brushing his teeth and popping a few more pills. Adama stops Rosalind and tells her the fleet needs her, but she replies that she's tired of the prophecies and the, quote, fracking blah blah. Hard to argue with that. Starbuck and Gata have a much more contentious confrontation, with both making open threats and not backing down an inch. Starbuck departs, or is it a retreat, leaving Gata free to start sowing dissension among the crew behind closed doors. Tyrell joins the studio audience for a taping of the Gaius Baltar Show. Segment 1. Are you there, God? It's me, Gaius. Baltar calls out God for screwing with humans, managing to deflect the disappointment of his flock away from himself and instead back to God. Next, segment 2. Who's your daddy? The paternity test shows Nikki's father is hot dog. Tyrell slugs him, the audience goes wild, and Baltar's ratings go through the roof. Zarek has his own scapegoat to draw the disenchanted populace over to his side. Blaming the Adama-Rosalind administration for their troubles, Zarek plants a suggestion that perhaps some other way, read as his way, would be a better option. What the hell that option would be, since without the Galactica they're fracked, no one seems to consider. But the tensions lead to mutiny on the Tillium fuel ship. It jumps away, leaving the fleet without any gas. Adama orders Zarek arrested and confronts him in the brig that has been the home of oh so many colonial presidents in the past few years. Setting a file that details Zarek's selling of his office, Adama coerces Zarek to reveal the whereabouts of the rogue fuel ship. Adama's hand is a bluff, but Zarek capitulates this time. But Zarek's scheming isn't done, and he has a new recruit, Gata, once again blindly glomming on to a charismatic leader. Felix. Where are Adama and Rosalind as Zarek's machinations take root? Fracking. Happily oblivious to it all, whispering sweet blah-blahs in each other's ears. Roll credits. As I've said many times, that's always been an issue with me. Why doesn't Baltar ever, much less go down to speak to, but even think of at all Caprica 6?
Well, yeah, we don't have to leave his room to get it now.
Yeah.
He's got like a ready-made line there.